Hello and welcome to episode 15 of the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 VR Cape to Cairo in a Cessna 152. In our previous flight, we flew all the way from Maun in Botswana to Chobe in Botswana. We had a very nice flight. Unfortunately, the game audio did not record. I'm not sure if it was the VR headset that updated, or if it was the game, or one of the many tools, or something along the way that broke. But hopefully, it will be fixed for this one. I did change some settings and played around with stuff and got it working. So let's hope it's still working. So let's see. This is where we flew to last time on a little crazy little flight where we almost turned around, unfortunately. So for today, I think it's always tempting to go far, but we don't want to go too far. I was thinking we might head towards Kasane here. I don't think it'll be too far to go all the way to Victoria Falls. So what do we have at our disposal? Kasane does have a VOR, but it's only a 38 short range one, so we can't use that one directly, but that shouldn't be too big of a problem. What we can do is, I mean, there's a very big river that goes all the way there. I looked it up. I wasn't sure last time. I don't know why the little nav map doesn't directly tell us, but this river, according to Google Maps, is just called the Chobe River. Makes sense. And it eventually gets to a point where it's joined. Oops. Here from a little bit to the north by the Zambezi River. So eventually they join up here, and they eventually, I think at this point it's just still called the Zambezi. Yeah, so technically the Chobe flows into the Zambezi, and then they become the famous Victoria Falls, which we'll probably hopefully see in the next episode. All right. So let's get to it. Let's clear this. Can't remember how to clear this again. Reset all for a new flight. Sure. Let's not care about that. So maybe we don't even really need all of that. All we really care about, we don't need this. I could probably delete this from the last one if I can figure out how to do that. I don't seem to be able to figure out how to do that. There was an option, measurement lines. We can even do the range rings for now. Okay. We're gonna start at FBCH, or Foxtrot Bravo Charlie Hotel, and do a little bit of a longer flight, or a long flight, hopefully not too long, all the way here to Kasane. So the important thing here will be this VOR that we want to fly towards, and I don't think it'll be that complicated. We'll put in Victoria Falls just in case, so we'll remember that one. Worst case scenario, we can use that as a beacon. Can probably measure from here, from that one till there. So at the very least, we know what angle we need to go to get to Kasane. But I think, if as long as we're within 38 nautical miles, let's do that. 38. That's not too bad. So as long as we follow the river here and we get into that, we should be able to just go straight towards that. Okay, let's see. So I think I already in the game set up Chobe. So let's just see what is Kasane's code. KE. All right, so let's go into VR. So it was FBKE Kasane. All right. I think it's about an hour flight. It's quite long. Yeah, the time is roughly 8 a.m. There we go. Yeah, let's get into it. And we should be able to use a little nav map to get those frequencies for our VORs. Oh, okay. So let's get our little nav map VR plugin. And the first thing, so the mistake I made last time was forgetting that these two are the comm radios, these two are the nav radios. I, for some reason, got mixed up and thought they were the other way. So Kasane, can I zoom more? One, oh, can't see that. Is that 118.6? Yeah, okay. So let's put Kasane at the top. Let me rather use the mouse. I think it'll be easier. 118. Did I make them? No, 118. Did I go too far? Am I being? I looked at the wrong place. Okay. 113.3, right? Yeah, I was looking at the complete wrong thing. 113.3. Okay, and then we'll put in, just as our backup, the long range one at Victoria Falls. We had it last time, 116.7. I can make that active already. Okay. We might even set that up here as well, because it does have distance measure equipment, so we can always use that as a backup. Okay. We want to take off. I can't remember which runway we are at. Looks like runway 11. Yeah. So we're taking off in that direction. Then we'll go north till we hit the river, and just carry on with the river. If we get to that airfield, then it's been quite long. We might stop there. Otherwise, as soon as we get into this red line, we should pick up our VOR, and then we can do a straight line. That'll probably be around there. Straight line, and get there. We can figure out the runways and the things once we're closer. Okay, let's get this into the air. I see a windsock there in the front. Looks like it's coming from the front left. So try and take that into account. So let's go. Quite a bumpy little dirt runway this. We're at 60. Slowly get it into the air. All right. I just want to get a little bit more altitude before I start banking because we don't have too much airspeed. Okay, let's see. Let us see. We're gonna slowly bank it to the left. Hmm. Okay. So, as I said, I think this is the Chobe River. We'll be using this as our landmark for the majority of today's flight. I looked it up. I think the Cessna 172 is about 20 or so knots faster at cruising altitude, or like for cruising on average. So something to consider maybe but I don't know. We did start it in a 152. Might as well carry on. But I must say, when I looked at the map now, seeing how long there is still is to go, it wouldn't mind something that's a little bit faster. I'm starting to wonder. There seems to be a lot of like small little parts of the river, but let's hope that this green strip, is what represents that river. Hopefully, we won't get lost. I oh no, oh no. Okay, I have to break my one rule because I did forget to turn off the trail of the flight. So let's quickly this map. Okay, let me quickly break my one rule of normally not. Oops. Okay. We just want to turn off the trail. I always forget to, or I've forgotten this show. There we go. Because that'll tell us roughly, well, it'll tell us exactly where we are. We're not supposed to be able to see that. Okay, I just wanted to see something. I thought I saw a runway, but on the other side of the river, but I don't think there are any. Maybe it was just a piece of road or something. Okay. But I do think we probably see that airstrip there. Yeah, let's. Sorry about that quick intermission. My rules for this is usually, I mean, as authentic as reasonable in terms of navigation and things. I don't want to be able to see on a map where I am. We pretend we're in the 1950s or something without GPS, without a phone, without a. I mean, we don't have to go that far. The 1990s even, and we just use radios and our eyes. It's quite interesting how green it is this side and desert that side. Got some very nice clear weather today. I think I mentioned it last time, but I'm very nervous for when we are flying in bad weather or a storm or something. What we can do for some entertainment, well, it'll be entertaining to me, is just sort of gauge, how far away we are, at least from. Okay, so we don't pick up Vic falls again, probably because we're not high enough. So let me ever so slightly start gaining some altitude. That will make us, oh, it'll make us go slower because we have to go higher. Technically, the air is thinner at the top, so can we fly faster? I don't know. More efficient, maybe. So that dial there shows us our vertical speed. So I'm going to try and keep it at, or get it to about I think it's 500 feet per minute. Maybe a little bit lower so that we don't lose too much airspeed. Wow. Ah, there we go. So we, oh, we are about 113 nautical miles away from Big Falls. I can sort of, let's play with this one. Figure out we're on the 270. So we're exactly west from it. Is that possible? Sorry, that's not the Vic Falls one. That's the Vic Falls one. So we are exactly west of it, where it. So we should actually be quite close to this airstrip. To FPSI. Let's have a look. Hmm. Could that be an airstrip? I don't know. All right, we can for now switch back to the one we are going to. We can keep it here for now. I realized yesterday, the crazy thing about this game is like I'm obviously flying in very remote areas, but these are real places in the world, and I wouldn't be surprised if not too many people have flown in some of these routes, like routes or whatever. And like how often do you get to play a game where you can basically go where other people probably haven't yet? Because I think most people do the common ones like New York and London. I do Cape Town quite often because I'm from there, or the famous Sydney and France. But just to be able to, that they built this that you can fly literally anywhere is. I probably talked way too much about it already, but it really is amazing. I really look forward to the day where I actually see another plane in the sky. I have considered if I should enable uh, the game can automatically get data from actual planes in the world, commercial and I think even private ones that do have transponders. So then you can actually see them in the sky. For now, I've only set it to humans, like other players. But as expected, we haven't seen anyone yet because I don't think a lot of people are just randomly flying through the desert in Botswana. I'm pretty sure this is a runway here right in front of me. Yeah, I think that should be that matches pretty much exactly with that. Saile. I don't know how to pronounce that one. What do we say? We're roughly halfway. Not quite. Maybe. Should we call it here? Been flying for 25 minutes or about ish. It's not been the most eventful flight. Don't really have. If we don't take this one, there aren't that many. Hmm. Let's push through. Let's go to Kasane. Ah, there's an airfield right in front of that. That seems dangerous. Okay. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should live stream this so that I can get some input from people. From this point, we can probably go a little bit more east. Although it is nice to be close to the river. As long as we get within that circle, we'll just fly straight towards it. I think I see a pretty big body of water there in the front. That's probably that lake. Lake Liambesi. Okay. So we can probably cut that little strip out there. Yeah, just after the lake, we should be getting close to our VOR at Kasane. I wonder next time if we get to the Victoria Falls if there will be other players there, because it's a I think that should be a fairly probable place where people would fly. I wonder if we should attempt to fly in a helicopter there. Although flying in a helicopter is it's very hard. I don't want to crash, but I think it would be fun. Okay. We're just passing the lake. Let's see. In terms of we're 85 nautical miles from Vic Falls. And we're roughly at a little bit northwest. I think we're gonna get our Kasane one any second now. And then all we'll do is align the bearing selector to make the line straight, see what heading we are on, turn to that heading, and then we should be flying straight towards it. Easy. Who needs fancy global positioning system? I say that, but I think if I ever do something like this again, I'll definitely probably want to use it. And a faster plane, definitely. I knew it would be slow, but wow. Hopefully you enjoy engine noises. And long, awkward silences. Looks like the river makes a little bit of an outcrop here, similar to that. So I think we should, just as we cross that midpoint, we should pick up our VOR any second now. Very interesting landscape. Looks like hundreds of little streams and parts of the river and super green areas, and then when there's a little bit of elevation, it's just dry. Okay, by all calculations, we should get the VOR now. Oh, definitely feeling some wind. Still no signal. If we take a look here. Okay, maybe a little bit further. Lake is about there. I think we're right here somewhere. See a little small lake. Is that indicated on our map? Doesn't look like it. There's a little town and a big road. Oh, there we go. We picked it up. Beautiful. So that line appeared as well as that distance. So we need to make sure we align it, but it needs to say 2 because we are flying to it. So that's why I turned it all the way around now. There we go. So roughly heading of 82, which is almost exactly our current heading. And now we just chase that line. We fortunately have some distance measurement equipment there, so we can see exactly how far it is. See some clouds there in the distance, and I'm definitely feeling the plane every now and then rocking around a little. I wonder if there's some adverse weather maybe. Right, about 30 miles out. Is that far enough, close enough to see it? I don't think so. What's interesting is there's also, like I said, there seemed to be another airfield right in front of it. At least, well, we'll not maybe come in from that angle, so maybe we won't see it. Although no, we will. You might see it. So we're gonna aim for runway 08, which is, I mean, almost the heading we are flying now. So it should basically be straight in from this point. Oops. $19 miles, 18 miles away, or just under 19 miles away. Still don't see it. Oops. All right. 15 miles out. Let's just see. River wise, what do we expect? Interesting that I see. Okay, so it is very close to the river. One thing that I also realized was, oops, I want to close that, is that this compass here does not seem to align exactly with that compass there. Like I know it, this one is the other way around, but if I were to go to, let's say, due east on this one, that one does not say due east. I think that's what that little button there is for, to calibrate it. I didn't think I had to. I think there is a button that does that for you, but I have no means. Oops, I have no means of calibrating that now. So maybe that's been a cause of some of my flying irregularities as well. I think when you're on a runway, you can sort of calibrate it to the runway, make sure that it's the same. But I don't know. Okay, 13 miles away. Still no visual. Need to remind myself next time to get a better pillow or something. Sitting for this long is starting to get a little uncomfortable. And I just dropped both of my controllers recently, or a minute or so ago, trying to position to a more comfortable seating arrangement. But they'll have to be somewhere on the ground now. We don't need them. We're flying. It's more important. Just like on a real airplane, if you drop your phone in between the seats, ask a flight attendant to help you. Pretty sure no one ever does that because you would just feel stupid, but it's probably the safer thing to do. Okay, I see an airstrip here in front of me. Now the question is that our airstrip? Or is that the one in front of it? Ah, no, this is probably the one in front of it, so that probably is our airstrip. Yeah, I would wager so. I think I see a clear runway. So I'm gonna try and get in line. Is that an airstrip? I don't know. Regardless, whatever airstrip this is in front of us, we're gonna land there. Interesting that it. Although, yeah, the VOR is not directly. Hmm. According to that compass, we're at exactly 80 degrees. So, yeah. The VOR isn't obviously aligned exactly with the runway because that thing is saying wherever is slightly off. I would have expected it to be the other side. Yeah. Okay, let's reduce our altitude a little. Pulling up back on the throttle ever so slightly. Because reducing the throttle means gaining some. Pointing the nose down will make us go faster. So we want to start bringing that speed down so that we can deploy some flaps. The flaps will just make us be able to fly at a slower speed. All right. They'll also make us slower, so you can see how the speed started dropping there. Another layer of flaps. All right, they also want me to land on runway 08. Wind calm, nice. This is where it gets counterintuitive for me because With the flaps up, you have to give a lot more power again to fly. Otherwise, you will stall. I don't do the radio comms, but I acknowledge tower. Okay, she's being very insistent. I've got full flaps now. I think she's angry with me. Yeah, so just to show you, like, the flaps are out, and I'm full throttle, but I'm only going about 60 to 70 knots, which is good. We don't want to go too fast. I'm gonna slowly just make sure we're aligned. Bring back the throttle a little bit. And bring it back completely, or fully back. Flare it a little. All right. Whew. We can bring our flaps up. Let's go park it there by that nice building. This is a bigger airport than I thought it would be. Okay. Let's go park it by that fuel tank over there. Probably realistic. Although I think the fuel pumps are actually that way. Let's go park it over there. Obviously, what I'm doing right now is highly, I'm not sure illegal is even the right word, but you would not just drive around an airport like this. You would talk to ground control and you would get all kinds of clearances and follow all the signs and all the things that I don't know because I'm not a pilot. But that's, I would have probably lost my license a long time ago if I had done what I had just done. Okay. Let's not hit the thing. All right, let's park it right here. Parking brake on. We can bring out the mixture. Battery off. All right. We did it. Good job, us. Let me quickly pick up my controller here. There we go. And the other one. Very difficult to reach. All right, I'm having some trouble, but that's fine. We can probably just do this. All right, let's take a look, and I should remember to turn this off for the next time. Good flight. Good flight. Caught up with the river and got to our point. Nice flight. Let's remember to turn this off. All right, thank you very much if you made it this far. I will definitely see you on the next one where we go to Victoria Falls. Thank you very much for watching. And I am unable to find my controller in order to stop the recording. Ah, there it is. Fell all the way under my... All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.